So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there! 26.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on first. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now it's 3rd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And no, he drops the deep shot. A big play to start the game, but it slips through, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing a 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. He's got it to his running back. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there, brought down by the future Hall of Famer Bobby Wagner.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively. Right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Yeah! There we go!
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. From the gun is Prescott. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the first. Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Prescott here from the gun. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Dallas. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Extra point from Jabri is up and good. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Jabri now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Warrior 70. Come on, set. Set, go.
Daniel's going to throw to get us started. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready?
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play. And boy, did the defense do it there.
He slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
He has the first over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Commanders ball as we get back for the second, and they're thinking points. On 2nd down, Robinson. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Panther 60. Back.
Daniels back to throw. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Ready.
Daniels. Flushed down now to his left. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Tick, tick, tick. Tick-tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, third down.
Here we go, here we go.
And he's brought down for a loss.
You felt it the second this play bounced toward the outside, this defense responded. They pounced. That was their chance to get to him before he could get the couple inches he needed for a first down.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Dragon 60. Let's go now.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Get it.
Quick throw finds about right. Touchdown, Washington. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Washington. And the Commanders take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Worked through his progression, nobody available, and by the time he checked it down to the back, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock, but defenders do as well, and they know when that quarterback's holding the ball and holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smart defensive play.
Panther 11. Ready?
On first down, here's Daniels. This one finds Osborne. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Come on. Set. Buffalo 18.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. It's the Commanders with 1st and 10.
7 Pirates. Ready?
Daniels from the pistol. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, Well, they got real sticky. Stay tight and force the throw away.
Here we go. Start. Go.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. Ertz reels it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Let go.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders get some late points and the lead. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. I gotta say, you look like he'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. That one's cut along the left sideline. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. He finds his running back on a deep shot. Nicely done. Give him 32 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Yeah! There we go!
From the red zone now. Forced out to his right. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Dangerous route to have to defend, Brock. A lot of running backs are so good at sneaking behind defenders running that pattern.
And if you're going to find your back for a touchdown, Kate, this is the first route you'd expect. Get him a favorable matchup. This guy can flat out move. Send him out there, stress that coverage, and go deliver for 6.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys tie things up at 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for 1st down.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Daniels. He's on the move. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
On the jump.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Deputy 18, Pioneer.
From the 41. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Tag. 19 tight. 19 tight. Mustang 19. Ready.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Cut for big yards on the right side. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Daniels on first down. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take the lead just before halftime. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to flow toward it, and that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. This return starts at the 5. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hurt. Here we go.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 44. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 47. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down give to Robinson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Come on. Set. Ready.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
To throw, Daniels. Got Sinnott. It's complete.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go. Strike.
From the 23. Escapes out to the left. And that's a Washington touchdown. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, It's, what, a two-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. That one right down the middle. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the long back on the handoff. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Dak now from the gun. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun is Prescott. He puts everything behind this one. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest.
Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Benjamin St. Juste picks it off. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's Daniels. Throw complete to Sinnott. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 4. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he'll go out to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, here's Daniels. On the move, headed right. It's taken in by Eckler. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
79 Broncos, 19 Lions. Go.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd down and 10. Daniels. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And the Commanders will have a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just one.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Daniels now. Flushed out of the... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Come on.
Has the Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. It is caught left side. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Nearly an interception on that play, so that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Looking for a target. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
Ready. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. Rolling left behind some... And they will score! Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Gonzalez now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again. Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah! Here we go! Right check! 26.
Give now to the running back. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Here we go, 46. Yeah, here we go.
They give it to him again. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
For the point after, here's Jabri. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Commanders are able to cover the kick. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
And he's out of bounds at the 3. Oh, nearly got to the end zone there. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Ready, ready?
The lateral goes haywire. It's out. And the Cowboys scoop it up.
That is such a gut punch as a quarterback. You put in so much work to get down near the goal line, and then you've got to take care of the football. You can't be reckless with the ball. Those defenders are looking to knock it free, and that's exactly what they did, keeping points off the board.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. First down, here's Dak. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
47. 26.
Throwing again is Dak. Trying to push it deep downfield. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Yeah, here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott now on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out.
Yeah. 26.
Another throw for Prescott. Buys time, rolling right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. This one misses the tight end, and that'll bring up second down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. And not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it. No connection to be made.
46.
Second down, here's Prescott again. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Hits him on the out route. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Dak throwing again. He finds him beyond the marker. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. So score this as a win for the Commanders. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Bronk. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders. As with that, we sign off from D.C.